Hi everyone and welcome. This is me, Noaksey, and no doubt you've stumbled on here because of the recent news about the Pokemon update that literally just happened 20 minutes ago for me anyway. A couple of things just to talk about quickly and my experience or the things I've just got a bit excited about and to share it with you guys. Um, they announced the Pokemon box or bank, sorry, Pokemon Bank, which is a subscribable fee-paying ability service where you can store 3,000 Pokemon onto as part and parcel of the X and Y games coming out this October. I'm a bit saddened by it actually, in all honesty. I like the fact that it's cloud. I like the fact I can store Pokemon in it and I can take them out as I please. And 3,000 spaces is a lot, so it's going to take a long time to fill that up. The only problem I have is the fact you have to pay for it. I mean, cloud solutions at the moment are becoming more and more cheap to run and to actually sustain on a day-to-day basis. So the fact that you're paying what £50, £60 depending on where you buy it from, a game for your 3DS, and then having to pay a monthly fee to store your Pokemon onto, it's just a bit cheap if you ask me. Especially when they are limiting exactly how much storage you have on the game, which I suppose means that the game has more in it because they've not used up so much of the game to store your Pokemon on. But at the same time, it sort of means that if you want to have a substantial number of Pokemon available to you to use, you've got no choice but to pay the extra subscription to then upload it onto the cloud, which is a bit unfair, in my opinion. Granted, other people are going to take it as a positive thing, but I think it's a bit of a down and negative thing for me. Secondly was the sort of the mega evolutions, very much taken from, looks very similar to Digimon. In honesty, they got a mega wristband, they hold a mega crystal, and only when you're emotionally attached to that Pokemon and when you have a good relationship will it actually work, and then they get that power, and then you have to do it to each Pokemon you want to see the Mega Evolution with. So it means you have to keep your relationships with all the Pokemon up, and then every single one you have to do something with, and it's going to be a long, tedious, I say tedious, it's going to be a long, drawn out process, especially if you've got certain Pokemon you want to see this happen with. Which is, I suppose, quite good and bad at the same time. But until I've played the game, until it comes out in October, I won't know for sure. And finally, they announced that not only do you get given one of the three Pokemon to start with, which I think, if memory serves, is Froakie, Fenrir, and Chespin, I think. I don't remember. You also get another three, a choice of another three by the Professor, which are Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander, which made me incredibly excited because that means I can actually get Bulbasaur, which is one of my favourite all-time Pokemons, and Froakie, which is something I was very keen to train up as well, as a team to actually start my Pokemon experience with. One thing that did sort of make me feel a little bit quite emotional was when they touched upon the fact it's been 1996, sorry, is when Pokemon started in Japan, which makes it about 1997-ish when it came over to Europe event, or I can't remember if it was the same year or not. Which means it's been going for quite a long time. For a very long time. And I've been there since the start of it. And I've played these games. And I've beaten the Elite Four constantly. And I've trained so many different types of Pokemon. I know so many different types of moves. And it's scary that I know more about Pokemon than I do about everyday life. But I suppose that's what happens when you train and you get into these sort of games. So, of course, just to recap, Pokemon Bank, it's a bit expensive, in my opinion. I say expensive. I shouldn't have to pay for it, in my opinion. I'm paying for the game, for God's sakes. I should get something for free for storing Pokemon on. And if they are limiting you as much as it seems like they are, it's gonna be a bit of a cheap thing. Cheeky. Even. And the fact that you've got these Mega Evolution things, again, a bit close to the cusp with Digimon there, but I suppose there must be something they've done to get away with that. And finally, the original free Pokemon. What else could you ask for? So there's my initial feedback regarding the Direct that went live at 12 today. Please leave a comment about if you agree, disagree with what I'd say. All feedback is received with gratitude. So I've been Noaksey. See you later, guys.